up, though?
Yo, what up, though?
Welcome back on the Organized Progression Podcast, Prolyphic to Professional.
UP, hey, Jay Sims.
Yes, sir. Yes, gentlemen, ladies, everybody. Back
Dogs,
again
cats,
with it.
Martians, aliens.
Word to Manny. Anybody out there listening, man, appreciate y'all as always. Every Tuesday, doing our thing back here. You know, rough week for the both of us, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
For both professional and business, professional and personal reasons. But, you know, we here. Consistency, right?
This week number 12?
Number 12.
Damn.
Yeah, man. Consistency is key.
12 weeks in?
Yeah, man.
That's what's up, man. I feel this. That's what, 3 months?
3 months strong. 3 months strong.
No days off.
Nowhere. No days off.
All right.
All, man. What we got with us, though? We got somebody with us.
Hoptronics by New Holland Brewing. So here we go.
Yeah, man.
Let's do it.
Double IPA, man. We usually cheers it up, but this is it's plastic over the aluminum, so you can't really hear it. Let's do it.
I tried chugging it, but too much.
This is
Came in my mouth too fast.
Oh, pause.
That didn't sound right.
Yeah, super pause.
That didn't sound right. It was too much beverage. I'm choking.
Like, no.
There was too much beverage in my mouth at one time, so.
Okay.
All right, hold on. Can I try it again?
You
try
sure you want to do it?
I'm going to try it again.
All right.
I'm going to try it again.
Okay.
Can I try it again? Okay.
Like a baby, like the bottle, like, it's too much. Next show you the kind of day that he's had, or maybe the week.
That was my day.
Yeah, I'm a little bit under the weather, so I can't really do that. Cause
you can do it, man.
I will be off this pie. It would just be you.
You just be
for the next however long.
You just over here acting like a chump.
Y'all see what this peer pressure do?
Like a punk, man. Like a chump punk.
Peer pressure ain't worked since probably I was 14, so I ain't worried about it. But I'm gonna get busy, as I always do. Then he gonna tap out early. I'm more like that.
I'm gonna be in here like
there's a tortoise in the hair right here. You know what I'm saying? Like he gonna pop off early, like you just saw. But you know what I'm saying? I'm the dude that'll keep going. So when the end of the night is over with, and he's somewhere like this, guess who cracking another? Your boy.
Shut up.
All right.
Shut up, dog. Anyways,
tortoise in the hair.
What are we talking about today, man?
Yeah, man, we got a couple things on deck for y'all. We gonna keep it crypto and music, but we gonna focus a little bit more on crypto first and slide on into what's going on in music a little bit.
We are.
Yeah, that's what we're gonna do.
Right. This is a rough crypto week, so I kind of didn't want to talk too much about crypto. I was like,
and I respect that.
And then too, by this being Friday night, by the time this airs on Tuesday, a lot of the crypto stuff will be old news. But what Sean came up with, my guy, is actually something that won't be necessarily be old news come on Tuesday.
Yeah, man, because it's a work in progress too. So I like to find it works in progress. Sometimes I'm a couple months behind, but as long as the thing in there already blew up, I'm ahead of the curve, right? Y'all didn't know about it. So I was doing a little research. A little bit of time that I did had a couple of things I had to do before we got here, but I was looking at, they pronounce it Viberate, but it's spelled Viberate. It's Viberate, whereas maybe it's derived from another country.
What if it's just vibrate?
They probably are from another country, spelling it that way.
But why you think so? It's vibrate. You gotta put a picture right here.
I know, but the homeboy said vibrate when I watched the video. He said
vibrate.
He said it quick, yeah. But he had an accent as well, which lets me know. However, they probably spell it that way in whatever country.
Okay.
Anyway, so Viberate, what they have done is created a token where it serves as pretty much a payment system for their platform, and they are creating a community, much like I'm dating myself a little bit, but much like how MySpace could have been, where you had a community of people and you had a community of artists who could post their music, all this other stuff. So they're creating a system where it's artists, DJs, singers, rappers, band members, musicians, instrument players, all that on one end. Other end, You got venues, bars, clubs, pop-up shops, whoever else. Both parties can register, interact with each other. Bar club can say, hey, I like this guy's music. I want to invite him to our next little grand opening or whatever event we got coming up. Other side, artists can say, yeah, I'm looking for some gigs. Let's see what, okay, they got this little festival going on here and they're looking for musicians to come and play for a certain set or a certain night or whatever. So they can interact with each other and get a gig that way, or they can find an artist for the gig that way.
So this is interesting because I feel like the platform itself is actually pretty cool. But I'm not sure if they actually need to tokenize this. So this could actually be one of those cryptocurrencies that's actually bullshit.
It could be.
Right? Or it could. I'll have to look further into it. Let's dig a little deeper. Because now I'm a little curious.
Yeah.
I'm a little curious.
Yeah,
so,
curiosity.
Did it kill the cat?
That's what they said, but I ain't never seen it.
I'm scrolling down the website. Alright.
He peeled.
Yeah, he peeled. We're gonna have to insert this. Yeah.
Man.
We're looking at pictures, man, from like the website, and like one of the people who work for the platform is just like drunk as hell. But I guess it's like party atmosphere, right?
Yeah, that's what they're trying to promote. I mean, I've seen some of the office that they kind of work out of. It looked like a nightclub.
The first ever blockchain-based live music marketplace. So the music industry is $250 billion. It was worth $250 billion. 50 million events take place globally each year. 50 million events take place each year.
Yeah, if you consider every.
That sounds like a lot. But maybe it's not.
I'll consider
50 million.
Consider like this being an event, but not a big event. Consider like Bosco on Thursday night. It's Ferndale. Like it's not like a huge. It's not like a huge thing, but there's a DJ.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So consider that.
All right.
$2 Tuesdays, something like that. It's not the biggest thing in the world, but there's a DJ there.
So 60 million tickets are yearly sold in the U.S. alone. 80% online. So I wonder, looking at this business model right here, is this just going to be like a website where people come to like, and this is like the mediary for like hooking people up with gigs or?
From what I read,
okay,
like the hub that you come and if you're looking for work, looking for a gig, you'll come there. If you're looking for someone to play at your gig, you'll come there, and there's a marriage between the two. Now, to your earlier point, does it need or why does it need to be tokenized? That's another, I don't know.
All right, because
I really don't know.
From looking at it right now, it seems like this Viberate or Viberate, however it's spelled Viberate, Viberate, but I guess it's pronounced Vibrate. Most cryptocurrencies out here are BS, and it's because of stuff like this. I'm looking at this right now, and if the token itself isn't used as a utility to actually for something to make something happen, where it is actually needed, then it's BS. It's different because you don't have to have a token to be like a platform like this. Right. You know, you don't really have to have a token. The token is supposed to be like an incentive for something. You know,
there's no incentive to actually have the token because it only serves this platform.
Yeah, and I don't even understand it.
As opposed to having a use for anything else, because the only thing that it mentions is a transfer rate from Vibe to USD or Vibe to Ethereum. Those are the only two things that I'm seeing on there.
Yeah, that's just.
But again, to have a token, I don't understand it either. To be honest with you.
Yeah. So, who's a whack ass rapper? Name a whack ass rapper.
The current or
Kodak Black? I don't know Kodak Black music. Real talk, man. That's not.
So you don't like it or you don't know?
I don't know.
I've only one song.
I just know he in jail right now.
Oh, yeah, I do too. But I only know one song, and I don't like it.
Okay, so man, who's a whack ass rapper that everybody knows and people heard the music?
Nick Cannon.
Nick Cannon. I like Nick, man. I'm a fan of Nick.
As a rapper or as a person?
I mean, as a person, man, I like Nick.
Nick Cannon seemed like a cool ass dude.
I don't want
everywhere else other than rapping.
I don't want to throw Nick Cannon in a whack ass rapper category just because I think he's a cool dude.
Oh, well,
yeah, he might be a little corny, but at the same time, I think he's a little cool.
That one dude you was talking about on that one episode, the Twin City guy.
No, but he's autistic.
He's whack though.
But he's autistic though, man. Come on, dog.
That ain't got nothing to do with him being whack.
What about a real rapper, dog? That's
somebody that's really trying.
That's really trying.
That's just outright whack.
That's the outright whack. Yes.
Vanilla Ice.
Ice Baby was classic, dog.
It was whack though.
No, it wasn't, man.
It's a big song. It was whack.
Listen, dog, we can't throw Vanilla Ice in there, man. You cannot throw
Why not?
I'm Captain Saver.
Ice Baby
I'm
was
Captain
whack.
Saver rapper
I know
tonight,
you
dog.
out here caping for all.
Dog.
Who else is whack? I know some people got some whack songs, but I don't want to call them whack because that doesn't work. It's not how it works.
A whack rapper. Whack rapper. Come on. What about some of these guys that be on this mumble rap?
I said, I don't know enough of them.
I don't know if he would die.
I think Soulja Boy's kind of whack.
Soulja Boy had a few bars, though.
Did he? I'm not saying he didn't. I don't know.
What's Soulja Boy doing now? I don't know, man. I still got that. You
counting his money from that, yeah.
Yeah.
It still get played in arenas to this
They
day.
do?
Yeah. I went to a game just after Christmas.
And they was playing
Yeah.
the Superman joint?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Good for him.
He did.
So, I don't want to... I was about to say CB4, but CB4 wasn't... They were just like imposters.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They had like... It was kind of dope. They was flies getting them chips.
They was
just imposters, though.
yeah.
Milli Vanilli, same thing. You know what I'm saying?
It was worse.
It
They wasn't even singing this shit. Yeah. It's one thing to be acting like something you're not, but it's another thing to not even be on there saying the words.
Yeah, man.
So what about this? This is one thing that it's on here, but it's not necessarily. My question isn't relative to this specifically. Crowd sale. Is that like? I guess is that like when they open up for initial investment? Is that what that term means? Like when you have a crowd sale? Maybe it's not even related to crypto. I don't know.
The Viberate token crowd sale ended in 4 minutes and 42 seconds. We raised $10 million.
10.7.
We would like to thank everybody.
Yeah,
that's pretty crazy, man. That shows that they have a great marketing team, man. And people passionate about the product,
right?
Whether it being great or not. For example, man, it's cryptocurrencies out here that's the price is pretty freaking high, man, and the cryptocurrency really ain't about nothing.
Yeah,
it really doesn't have like a use case.
Yeah,
I mean, I guess it's like a guy talking to a chick, telling her that what she want to hear to get what he want to get. You know what I'm saying? I guess that's how I kind of relate. Okay. The same thing happens here. What could we talk these people into? They might think like, hey, this is a cool project, but does it have any real life significance that's actually helping people?
Is there a need to pay them in cryptocurrency versus just the traditional sense? Is the question that I have.
Right, or why pay them in Viberate tokens? Right? Why not just pay them in Litecoin or Ethereum?
Right.
See that right there? I'm like, I mean, when somebody say Jay wants some Viberate tokens, no, I don't. I don't want any Viberate tokens. I will want some other tokens.
Does it in some way increase the viability of the company itself if people were to invest in this? More so than it being an actual use use for the Viberate tokens. You know what I'm saying? Like, say if we know that there's no use for the token itself, but if people continue to buy into this, the viability of the company itself increases. I think.
Yeah, it does.
So maybe it's just like, well, if you can convince y'all that this is a good thing to do,
because it has a strong community.
Yeah, we're gonna get our chips, and these tokens may or may not even be important to your life.
We didn't thoroughly read through this, but just at glance, Sean is a music guy. We looked over it, and I necessarily don't see it.
Yeah, I'm not here pumping. And mind you, keep this in mind throughout every episode. We're not necessarily endorsing any of these platforms. You know what I'm saying? We're just merely bringing things to light, things that we've researched, ran across, that we saw, and we have a discussion about it. Just like we would with anything else. It's just that we're having a discussion on camera. So I'm not here repping for Viberate. You know, that's not happening. I just want to have a discussion. You know what I'm saying? It's something I saw.
I mean, but I do like the fact that, you know, they're creating a marketplace for people to come to, you know, as far as like, now the only thing is to actually get the business owners, the bar owners to come and get these to get these acts to come in. Right. That's to actually buy into it.
Yeah.
That's the thing, man. People right now be like, what the hell is Bitcoin? You know what I'm saying? The average person.
Yeah.
That's it. But that's not it.
Yeah, that's it, but it's not it. But wait, there's more. Not for that, but so anyway, keep it in the same realm of music, so to speak. Yeah, boy, Nipsey Hussle sent out a tweet not too long ago. By the time this airs, it'll probably be long ago.
But it's still relevant.
It's still relevant, yeah, because it's not going to change tomorrow, or it's not going to change even next month for that matter. But so he pretty much went on there and said, "Attention, everyone!" before listing the payouts from each streaming service for 1 million streams. Now, why he felt the need to do this, I don't know. But clearly, it was a promotion for Tidal, which he pretty much just listed what the equivalent payout for 1 million streams on the different platforms: YouTube, Spotify, Apple Music, Tidal, and Amazon Music. Tidal being the highest, but in both our estimation, not necessarily impressive.
It's not impressive at all for, like, since record sales are definitely low, because I can't remember the last time I actually bought a CD or just like, or either, real talk, man, I don't even buy music no more.
There's been no reason to. Everything has been given to you, whether it's YouTube or any of these streaming services, or before these even became the norm, somebody in the hood or
was
the
burning
block.
CDs.
Come on now,
That's
always
it.
happening. Yeah.
So as we look at this right now, it states that for 1 million streams on YouTube, the artist will make $690.
Yes.
1 million streams on Spotify, $4,370. Apple Music, $7,350. Tidal, $12,500, and Amazon Music, $4,020. So, I mean, for 1 million streams for something that people don't pay for, I mean, for the average Joe, this is not bad. But for like the people that we see on TV or see on Instagram, they got like the Ferraris, the Bentleys, man, all this jewelry on. But like, okay, they can't live off this.
No.
But I also know that it's much easier to get 200 million views on a stream rather than it is to get 200 million records sold.
Of course.
So
that's where the reduction takes place.
Yeah.
There are robots out there that everybody knows. Everybody who's a content creator knows about these bots that you can pay money for that will generate fake views or just paste your content, your video or your song wherever and embedded in some web page to where it has nothing to do with your song. People aren't actually listening to it or going there for it, but it's embedded in that web page. So I'll give you an example. You can pay for a service to where our own podcast video that we're doing right now, that you're watching right now, there's a service where they will embed your video on the home page for Amazon.com. So every time somebody goes to Amazon, they don't actually see your video, but it's embedded in the coding, in the video. So every time somebody hits Amazon, it hits your YouTube account. Boom, boom, boom. You know how many people hitting Amazon.
So how much somebody pay for that?
For that service, I mean, there's different tiers. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you can pay anywhere from like $5 to like $50 for that to happen.
So I wonder what will $5 get me? $5 give me 10, $50 give me 100. What's that looking like?
Yeah, I don't know. I honestly don't know because I'm not doing that because it's not that important to me in this fact because you know.
If $1,000 give me $1,000, if $1,000 give me $2,000, we should go in and do it.
Yeah, I don't think it works like that exactly.
Okay.
I think YouTube is a little more sophisticated than that though.
Okay.
I think they kind of know. You know what I'm saying? Because I've seen some people's videos get taken down because of that. Major artists too. You know what I'm saying? Taylor Swift had a video taken down.
Really?
I'm sorry, Lady Gaga had a video taken down.
She don't need help with views. Like,
I guess when when it's coming to sort of the end, quote unquote, of popularity, she's not as popular as she once was.
She's not, dog.
So I guess in order to keep the front alive, you know what I'm saying, you do what you got to do.
She might have a sex tape out.
That's sad.
Dropping some.
That's sad if that happens.
It would be sad, right?
But I mean, she's reached the heights of heights, so it doesn't even matter. She could just not.
She got cheese, though. She don't need that.
Yeah, she could not show up for the rest of her life for nothing else and be okay. Nobody's gonna be like, damn. I wish she just had so much potential. No, she already kind of went. But this is what he tweeted out. This is his experience. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know the metrics. None of us really do. I've actually gone to a meeting with Spotify representatives, and the question was asked, the question wasn't answered. So as far as like how do they come with these calculations for payment, even with what I do with sync licensing, like I don't know the metrics.
Yeah.
I don't know the pay scale. A lot of times it's negotiated.
You just get a paycheck.
We talk it over.
Yeah.
But a lot of times, I'll say probably 45% of the time there's no discussion. It's just sync. It's just like
this is what you're gonna get.
Yeah.
You like it or you don't like
We're gonna pay you a fee for it up front in a lot of cases, and then once it hits air, then you're gonna get paid this certain amount of royalty. And there are some people that have speculated on what it's gonna be, but they don't really know. These are people who just kind of just sit back and just look at a bunch of numbers, and then they just come up with averages.
Okay.
They don't really know. There's no formula to it. And that's always the problem. So I don't know where Spotify gets its number from, Apple Music. Now, with the title thing, yeah, that is 3 times Spotify and Amazon's payout. But
now, even with that, as far as like with title, man, I know he had mentioned in his tweet that just sign up with title. So, but by title, don't you have to be signed up underneath title to actually be on title? It's not like a YouTube with any Joe Blow can actually get on YouTube like, hey, what's up?
Right. Yeah, title is more exclusive than all of them.
Okay.
Like Spotify is, you can get your music on there. I mean, I've got quite a few things on Spotify myself. You have to pay for it. It's not much. I think like per album, I'll probably pay like $20.
Oh, that's not bad.
To get it on there.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? And it doesn't take very long, like maybe a week.
How well does Spotify do on promoting the artist?
Well, for one, you gotta be popping already, which is what everybody says. You know what I'm saying? So like if I'm just me with 20 friends of mine that like my music, they're not gonna promote me. It's just not even a question. Stop, don't even try it. But if I'm a guy that's got a couple hundred or a few 100,000 views on YouTube, straight independent, all that, I might reach out. They might incorporate my song into one of their playlists. You know what I'm saying? Like for all the Spotify users, there are certain playlists. Like Rap Caviar is probably the most popular one for rap music on Spotify. you know, if you get your song in Rap Caviar, like that's the most popular and most popping of the popping rap songs of the moment going there. So if your music gets discovered there, it's a great chance it's gonna get discovered there because more people are listening to Rap Caviar than they are listening to any of these other playlists that are curated.
So Rap Caviar, is that kind of like a mix, like not want to say a mixtape, but just
it's the same concept.
Okay.
Yeah. So like Rap Caviar is curated by, I can't remember the guy's name. I've heard it 30 times. I can't think of his name right now, but
Forgetful, dog.
pretty much. Well, I mean, you know, at a certain point,
Yeah.
I'm not getting on there.
Yeah, it's your first beer, your second beer.
Ain't got nothing to do with the beer.
Okay.
You couldn't ask me this yesterday. But he pretty much acts as like the DJ in back in the mixtape days, where like these is the hot songs.
Got you.
These is going in the playlist. And then since it's not an actual CD, you know what I'm saying, this same playlist can change from day to day, week to week. You know what I'm saying? If you get your track in there, that means that you've done, by Spotify standard, you've done enough work on your own to get yourself pop in to earn yourself a spot on this quote unquote mixtape.
Okay.
Playlist, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So that's your promotion. And again, that's just from a level of where you kind of got a following already. So bottom line, still got to do the work on your own for the most part.
So it ain't no free ride.
No.
It definitely it isn't how it used to be like 15, 20 years ago. No. The artists got to come to the table with something. They just can't be like a dope MC, right? But they got to be more so like on a promotion tip too.
Yeah, and there's still a lot of that. There's a lot of both sides still going on. Like you got some people that still gotta do their own thing, make themselves hot, but then you still got people that got relationships. You know what I'm saying? Like this person ain't never did the work, but they know X, Y, and Z. It's gonna get them to that point. So you know, I mean, realistically, if you think about it, how many songs have you just heard kind of just literally come out of nowhere? Like for real, like why is this song played 100,000 times a day? When there really wasn't that much reach outside of there. And then you can play the whole smoke and mirrors game or whatever and try to lie and say it is what it is, but man, you put that money behind anything, it's gonna get heard. It might not necessarily be liked by everybody, but it's gonna get heard. For sure. That's how
what's
radio
crazy
works.
though is that how Cardi B came out where it seems like out of nowhere. So before I didn't know who Cardi B was until Butter L came up. I really didn't, dude, because I didn't see like Love and Hip Hop. I didn't know who she was.
Yeah.
So I remember I'm in the car driving to work, and the song came on one day, and I'm like, oh, this go kind of hard. Like, who the hell is this?
Right.
So man, I had to Google her. Yeah. And I was like, oh, okay, shit, oh, shorty nice.
I've heard of her before that, but only because of Instagram is where she got really popping. For real, got popping on Instagram. You know how people make those crazy little videos that be like 15, 20, 30 seconds?
Yeah.
She was on that real heavy.
Okay.
And, you know, I would see other people posting it, reposting it rather. So, okay, yeah, I see what's going on here. And then she ended up doing Love and Hip Hop.
Oh, that's how she got popping off
started making appearances on Breakfast Club. So I'm like, okay, this is turning into more than just an Instagram thing. Because nobody that just had popularity on Instagram just ended up on the Breakfast Club. You know what I'm saying? Like,
no,
just straight off Instagram.
No.
So,
whoa, Fat Boy SC.
Was he on there?
See, like for real. I mean, cause he ain't got no like music that's like.
No, I know. I didn't know he was on there. Was he on? He was on.
Yeah, he's on Breakfast Club.
Oh, really? Oh, okay.
Yeah. Shout out to the Breakfast Club.
Oh, okay. I didn't know he was ever on there. All right.
Yeah,
That's cool.
was.
You know what I'm saying? But then she got on the show, and then she put out 2 mixtapes though before Bodak Yellow actually came out. So
she was better than the song.
She was rapping. Yeah, she was rapping before that. It's just that, in my opinion, Bodak Yellow was the song they put the money behind.
Okay.
So
yeah,
there you go.
It was a banger though.
I mean, it's cool.
She got a movie role coming up. She just landed a movie role. I don't know for what kind of movie.
Oh, okay.
But she landed a movie role for sure.
Shout out to her, man. That's all it's about anyway. I mean,
that's it.
Not to get on no soapbox or nothing like that, but yes, you do want to have a certain skill level and be skilled enough to actually get the job done. But that almost pales in comparison to the popularity that you have and the viewership and following that you're going to bring to a situation.
True.
It does. Like, being as popular as you are, I would say it's probably like 60-40. You got to have the popularity, and then 40% of it is your skill. Now, being nice is always an attribute that you can carry on for the rest of your life, depending on what field or walk of life you're in.
But just being nice alone is not going to just...
Hell no. It ain't going to take you nowhere.
Yeah.
It's just like ball players.
That's it.
It's a lot of dudes out here that was probably better than Kobe, at one point, you know what I'm saying? It was better than Ivo.
Yeah, you said at one point.
Oh, yeah, I know, because he turned into somebody different when he got in the league. But, it was nicer than them, you know what I'm saying? And they just never could materialize because they didn't have the, they didn't have the connections or the pathway to get there.
I think ball players might be the wrong analogy. I think we could do better just by hip-hop alone, you know what I'm saying? Especially when we look at guys that's like music that's... Like, Fab is great. I think we talked about Fab a little bit in the last episode. But Fab is a dope artist. You know what I'm saying? But when was the last time I heard Fab sing on the radio?
Yeah, I mean, he's had so many on the radio, he probably don't care about that no more.
No, I'm sure he doesn't, but still, it's like... Fab has his following.
It's kind of like the guy or the girl.
Jadakiss.
I'll give you another example. There's a song, not a song. There's a girl out there, and I'm speaking hypothetically, but this is somebody's situation. There's a girl out there that can sing her ass off. She's probably overweight. Just being all the way real, man. She's probably overweight. It's probably not, quote unquote, as easy on the eyes.
That's aesthetically challenged.
Yep, there you go. That's better than what I just said. But
no, it's not, dog. That's more disrespectful.
No, that was a nicer way to put it.
Whatever, dog. Aesthetically challenged.
Yeah, that was a better way to put it.
Make it sound like LD in the beauty department. Come on,
hey,
bro.
man, yes, deficiencies, yeah. But she doesn't look as nice as some of the other girls out there.
Okay.
So she's not gonna get that shot, man. And it's just the reality of the situation. Don't shoot the messenger. Just like Nipsey said. You know what I'm saying?
It depends on how nice she is, though. Because, and maybe you could play into it, because you, like, look at Adele. She's not, quote unquote, what you think of, like, when you think of, like, this mega singing super sensation.
She's
you
not.
know what I'm saying? But she blew up, like, super crazy.
She's not. But let me tell you what happened with her. And she's an anomaly because her success was on a different level. But they did try to do the same thing to her. And they did this with Kelly Price. I don't know if you remember Kelly Price.
I remember Kelly Price. Okay. She was American. She was...
yes, it's American. All right.
She was, oh, no, never mind. Go ahead.
She was on that Hip Hop Divas or something.
Yeah. I can't take a shot.
If you look at Adele's album covers, and certainly look at Kelly Price's first album cover, the camera was this close on the picture.
They ain't show nothing else.
On purpose.
Just right here, just a face shot.
Yeah. They didn't want to show it.
That's interesting, though.
They didn't think that, and it took me a little while, because, Kelly Price's first album came out maybe like 99, 2000. I was younger at that point. Yeah. I didn't really get it at first, but then I thought about it. No body shots. It's all bust. Chest up. Not even super low. Like, bust shots. Shoulder damn near. That's all they ever show. Yeah. Because they don't feel that it's going to be attractive enough. When you look at somebody, but then you look at somebody album cover like Rihanna, she damn near naked.
She damn near naked.
Body. Yeah. Britney Spears.
She stayed at thong.
Beyonce, you know what I'm saying?
She stayed partially dressed too.
Yeah, and it's not like them girls can't sing or can get down. It's just that they just don't. Jasmine Sullivan, she's another one. You know what I'm saying? They did the same thing to her. They can sing their ass off. It's just that, we got to make this presentable. In their opinion.
We gotta sell this. We're not selling sex. Over here, we selling just pure music.
Yeah, like and there became a time period where that wasn't gonna fly, man. Just like the whole video vixen era. You know what I'm saying? They had to have a certain look, or you can't even be in this joint.
Yeah, it had to be light skin and long hair.
Yeah. And then you might not even actually get in the video once editing gets done, but we need you to look the part so we don't have to do too much editing for somebody we don't want to see up in there.
They still making music. They gotta be.
What? Man,
I haven't seen a music video.
Yeah,
like
they are.
Man. Well, is there anything like a 106 in Park on right now? It can't be though. I don't think it is.
TRL's back.
What's TRL?
Total Request Live.
Oh yeah.
It's back. Yeah.
It is?
Mm-hmm. Actually got some black hosts.
For real?
My man, shout to the funny
Which
guy,
channel is this?
DC Young Fly. He one of the hosts. MTV.
Oh, serious?
Mm-hmm. It just came back though, recently.
Damn.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna check it. I'm gonna Google it.
I remember when TRL first was pop. Well, when it not first was popping, when it got really big and it was like blowing out of proportion at that point, and needed to stop. That was like when Eminem was first coming out, and he was on there.
Yeah, I remember.
Christina Aguilera,
Yeah,
Britney
yeah.
Spears, like it was more so that crowd. But yeah, it's back. I don't know what kind of videos they show. I don't know. They probably show like
Who
the
videos
Weeknd.
they do show?
The Weeknd, probably Drake. All those other bands that I don't really listen to.
They need to play the artist that's not necessarily popping on the radio.
They ain't gonna do that. That bread, man. Not only do you gotta pay to make the bread, but you gotta pay to get that video played. Crazy business, man. There was a point in time when I was much younger that I thought that you had to, that I thought that when your song was on the radio, that meant that it was just that good. Like, nah, you grow up, you learn a few things, you know what I'm saying? Like, nah, it ain't about it being that good. It's about you being in that good with the people that can get it done for you.
I'm becoming a pretty big fan of my man's dog, King Los, dog.
You been listening to more Los?
Yeah, man.
I got more tissue for that ass, though.
Oh, son. We're gonna edit this part out.
We are. Yeah, get some.
This shit just make me cringe.
Mucus. Mucus, nigga. Give her that shit. You know?
Sanitize.
So you be listening to more King Los?
Yeah, I like how you did that. How you did that.
Come back in.
We just took a break, by the way. Shit.
And listening to some more King Los. You can listen to them on SoundCloud, or you found some stuff on YouTube?
It's YouTube, dog.
Okay.
It's YouTube, man. I appreciate the raw talent, dog.
You just eating off all these guys.
And it just made me realize, man, of like what's not being played on the radio. You know, everything that is played on the radio is kind of like, I'm not gonna say garbage, because like a lot of it's not garbage,
Yeah,
but
there's some
at
good
the
stuff.
same time, it's stuff on there that's meant to like make us think in a negative way to bring ourselves down. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, there's a certain agenda. I can agree with you on there.
Yeah.
Like, and it's not new.
No,
It's
it's
always
not.
kind of been that way. I mean, we lived through the gangster rap era. I think that was agenda driven. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. Let the niggas kill each other.
Yeah, and I'm not gonna sit here and shit on the guys that was making that music or whatever. And you know what I'm saying? I'm not here to judge anybody, but I do know that there was a point where this was purposely put in the forefront. You know what I'm saying? Because it was selling. We were eating it up, and a certain group of people was actually sitting back like, yeah, let me see how this turns out. You know what I'm saying? You know, to see how it shook out. But you know. It happens, but it's a lot different now. It's more like, okay, well, if they're not gonna kill each other, let them kill themselves with this drug culture. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not necessarily all for that. There are certain songs that I do like, and I don't want to be a hypocrite.
Like what, dog? What you like?
I like
the Police.
I was talking about New.
Oh, okay.
I do like that song too, but I like XO Tour Life. I might have said that once before on here. Lil Yachty. Lil Uzi. I'm sorry.
I don't know it.
Lil Uzi. Because all my friends that push me to the edge.
Oh, okay.
I like that song.
It got a nice little beat, but it's like it's
And
so negative.
It's not the greatest thing in the world.
It's not, dog.
But see, to me, I read into stuff too deep. and I'm probably thinking way deeper than he even imagined when he was recording the song. I'm thinking that this is a situation where he's speaking from the perspective of the people that are going through these things. You know what I'm saying? As opposed to making it cool. But I'm probably wrong. You know what I'm saying?
I'm sure you're wrong, dog.
I'm probably thinking way
that
too
makes you feel better. That's what it does. It makes you feel better for liking the song.
It could be, but you know why I think that way is because as a writer, and when I say writer, you know what I'm saying, I don't write as many songs as I do tracks, but I don't necessarily write about what's going on with me every time.
Yeah.
Actually, probably 80% of the time I don't write about what's going on with me. I just write a song based on a situation or perspective or what I might want to hear. And I ain't
write about a lot of like that, like the trap life.
Nah. I mean, I would if somebody asked me to do it. You know what I'm saying? I would, but you know, that's not necessarily what I do. But I've written about like relationship shit that I ain't ever even been close to.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like I done wrote about motherfucking having side babies on their wife. Like,
so those kind of
never been already kids. Like how am I writing this?
You read about Usher's Confessions.
Yeah. Usher didn't write this song.
No, he didn't.
You know what I'm saying?
He did it.
The only thing that I struggle with is club stuff, like party songs. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm just really so removed from that mode in life. And I'm not just that, like, my personality ain't jump around.
But that's okay, though, man.
Anyway. You know
Talib Kweli is one of my favorite artists, though. He's not like a party guy.
And I bet you most of the stuff he wrote wasn't necessarily about him either.
No, it wasn't, dog. I like Mos Def a whole lot, dog.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Mos Def not taking care of the kids.
I heard he couldn't get back in America or something like that.
Oh, yeah, that was a while ago. I hope he's back now, dog.
It might be.
Because I feel like he got a movie he could do.
Got an Italian Job, too, and shit.
Yeah.
Shout out to Mos Def. That was one of my favorite movies for a while.
Dog, Mos Def, he that guy, dog. He that guy, man. He topped it as hell.
Nah, I liked Mos Def a whole lot, especially his first album was the shit to me. But, yeah, I mean, you just do things, and that's what happens with all these artists anyway. They got a whole team full of people. Might not necessarily be writing the actual lyrics, but they feeding them ideas. You know what I'm saying? And that's what the process is. Like, you can't sit there and just come out with a whole, like, Chris Brown put out an album recently. It was like 40-something songs in there on one album.
That's crazy.
You think he sat there and wrote all that?
No,
he probably didn't even write 10% of it. Man, come on, man. That's a lot of music.
He said, Chris, come on, sing.
Yeah. Chris, I got an idea. Here you go.
And he threw a temper tantrums.
Maybe. Yeah. After he heard it, he was like, "Yo, this is whack." Threw a chair at him. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Chris Brown. But yeah, that's kind of what it is. I like that tour life. Like I said, I also like Rockstar. Again, that's another song that's kind of not really that popular. I like that song.
What's Rockstar?
Post Malone. I don't really like nothing else he did.
I have no idea. Because we
Yeah,
said Rockstar.
I like that song. I like the chorus part and the beat. All the verses, man, the verses kind of sound like the chorus anyway.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah.
Yeah, they do.
I think it's got an ill vibe. And I think it's kind of peculiar to me, though, like, because, you know, we in our mid-30s.
Mm-hmm.
Well, if you want to just be technical, we ain't hit 35
We're 35.
yet, so we early 30s.
So,
know what I'm saying?
you said mid-30s, it made me feel kind of old.
35 is me, so we ain't there yet. I'm sorry. God. But, like Rockstar, EXO Tour Life, Bad and Bougie, you know, Migos. These songs are kind of dark, but they the club records of today.
I like Bad and Bougie.
I ain't really like that song, but I understand why people do. I understand why people do.
Yeah.
But those songs are pretty dark. Like think about how Bad and Bougie sounds. Like it's not really a lot of energy behind that, but it's a club record for today's standard. Like think about the songs we grew up with in the club. Like literally in the club, 50 Cent. Like, you know what I'm saying? Lil Jon. Yeah, Usher. You know what I'm saying? Like it's crazy how the dynamic can shift that much where it's like, you know, it ain't about the energy so much. It's about just like vibing. Like Bad and Bougie is like, you're not really dancing to that. You know what I'm saying? You might be going to the bar and getting you another shot or lighting your cigar up to that one. You know what I'm saying? As opposed to like.
Plus, I've never seen a guy light a cigar in the club. I've seen weed. Not so much cigar. I don't think.
Might have.
Maybe.
Club.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I see the weed lit up in the club.
Yeah.
I don't know about
But like, there was a point in time where like DJ would throw something on and everybody would like, oh, run to the dance floor if they was already on the dance floor, throw their hands up. Bad and Bougie come on, like that might happen, but like then the vibe just comes back down because it's a chill record. You know what I'm saying? That's crazy. That's a dynamic I hadn't figured out yet. So one day. Yeah, that's the goal. I'm a producer, so I could be this for the rest of my life. So let's keep studying the young boys.
I'm gonna do a beat one day. You gonna teach me how to do a beat? I'm gonna put the
I got a lot of people's first beat on my hard drive.
Do you?
A couple of people that we know.
Who was sweet?
Who was sweet?
I mean, was there anybody that had a first beat that was kind of sweet? No, nobody.
No.
Cause I had like a dream a couple weeks ago, dog. I ain't gonna lie, that I had like made a beat with you, right? But it was more me. Right? it was
that
more
out there.
It was
that
more
out there.
me. You know what I'm saying? Because my creativity, you just kind of oversaw what the beat was doing.
I P Diddy.
You know what I'm saying? You P Diddy, you executive producer beat. You know what I'm saying? And
I just came in there and was like, I like that.
You like that? You're executive producer, dog. And then next thing you know, I'm flying out to Atlanta and T.I.
And I was hating?
No, you wasn't hating. You wasn't hating, dog. You my guy. So, T.I. paid me for a beat.
How much was it?
I don't know.
Oh, okay.
I mean, like, shit, man. I mean, I don't, like, right now, I'll take it 10 grand.
Well, if you get 10 grand up front, you win it.
Just like that now?
Depending on who you dealing with. Shit. T.I. been independent for a little while. If you get 10 grand off him, you man.
So, I remember, what's my man's name? Swiss Beats would say he was charging 500 racks for a minute.
Yeah,
That's ridiculous.
back in probably 99, 2000, maybe.
Dog, that's
right after
nuts,
Rough Riders
dog.
Anthem came out. Nah, you ain't getting that.
Dog,
Hell no. I mean, Swiss Beats commanded more than 10 grand.
Damn.
I know $500,000.
Swiss Beats, all his beats sound the same to me.
Yeah. I'm not the biggest Swiss Beats fan. I can appreciate it.
Nigga,
I can appreciate what he does, but I'm not.
you can recognize the Timberland beat.
For a while, it was like Timberland Beats was always the same.
Yeah.
He had like 2 or 3 different lives. You know, the cat got 9 lives.
Now, I feel like Kanye don't make too many beats no more.
I don't think Kanye made beats after the second half. Honestly.
That's crazy.
I mean, he probably was in there doing his thing, but it was more of a collaborative effort.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he wasn't sitting down there doing it himself because you can't, man. And no diss to him, shout to Kanye. You can't keep doing that shit when you become a pop star.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? It's the same reason why certain pop stars don't come out with music as often as they do because you got all these other obligations. Like Justin Timberlake don't come out with albums every year because this is motherfucker in movies. He performed at the Super Bowl this year. He got all these other deals, all this other stuff going on. Like, man, like music is a process to where you got to sit down and actually feel it. You always kind of feel it when you're a musician or artist in some regard, but it's not something you can just flick on and off. Where it's like, all right, right now I'm gonna sit down and work on music.
After this, though, I'm gonna go make a beat. We're gonna make a beat.
All right, we're gonna make a beat and then we're gonna play it on the next episode for y'all, and y'all can let us know what y'all think about it. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna hate on it. You know, shit might turn out better than the last thing I tried to do.
Might be it's gonna be fire.
It might, cause you know, I ain't gonna lie, your boy been dropping duds this week. Shit, them boys are whack as hell. Like, I ain't
So after you made it, you like this. Nah.
This is how the production process works for me, mostly. You do a track, and the track is almost like a one-night stand.
Mm-hmm.
So when you wake up in the morning, you either
yeah,
regret it, or you be like,
damn, you look different last night when I had my goggles.
That's exactly how it goes. And mind y'all, I don't drink when I do music. I don't. Because
It messes with your creativity.
My mind starts to drift into a whole nother level, like not on a creative level, but just like I start thinking about everything that I got like OCD when it comes to like planning and organization. So that's where my mind goes.
Okay.
I start thinking about the next day, how that's going to affect the next day, and so forth, on and so forth.
So you
as opposed to living in the moment, which is what you do when you create.
You shouldn't drink. Well, you should smoke weed then.
No, because all I'm gonna want to do is go to Papa John's or something like that.
Get your Papa John's before you smoke weed, and then you're good to go.
But this is the problem. See, I'm gonna just eat the Papa John's, just be sitting there.
No, you smoke the weed. You had Papa John's come deliver already. You smoking, and then Papa John's coming while you like, oh shoot, I forgot. Okay, it's Papa John's. Okay,
right.
You pay him. You like, now you got the sub. Now you good.
Yeah, but then I'm gonna eat it and I'm gonna just be sitting there looking stupid.
You tried it.
No, I haven't tried it recently.
Listen,
at a point in life,
try crack.
Water. No,
Because crack has to be amped up. They walk around.
Then I'm really not gonna do it because I'm not gonna be able to sit down and be looking at like all these letters on here is just gonna look like marshmallows or something stupid. Like I'm not gonna know what's what. What key I'm in, nothing.
You seen Rare, right?
Yes.
With Jamie Foxx?
Yeah. We already had that discussion.
The more heroin Ray was taking, the better he got.
But this is the difference between me and Ray. And I'm no way comparing myself to Ray Charles.
You saying you can see?
See, there you go. Hoptronics, I was about to say hypnotic. It's different between me and Ray Charles. I think I'm pretty creative without anything. Whereas some people feel like they need that to be creative. So I was like, no, man, I'm not doing that. I can't do it. I remember one time I had a 40 in the studio. Back in the day. Back in the day. No. It was like 2002 or something like that. Do you know I didn't get nothing done? And what I did get done, I don't remember. This is college shit. It might have been a cheaper one. But it might have been like Milwaukee's Best or something like that.
Oh, that's terrible.
But when I listened to it back, it definitely was a bad, what I say? One night stand.
Yeah.
I woke up the next day like, you gotta go.
That's interesting.
That happens. Feels great. I gotta get that Vicks while I go to sleep too.
Like a baby. You just rub it in your mustache. Man,
Mustache?
You just rub the snot in your mustache.
Oh no, the snot was gone.
Alright.
Yeah, it's like a one night stand. You know what I'm saying? So, come on, man, catch up, man.
Another intermission.
Catch up. It's like a one night stand, so I don't really do that. I don't do that, man. It throws me off.
Okay. I respect that, man.
Yeah, you gotta know your boundaries, man. Like you can't just be a mess. If you know that that's what you can't do or what you don't need, it's just like anything else, whether it's a job you're working or business plan you're trying to put together, research you're trying to do, school work if you're in college or undergrad, whatever the case may be. Like you gotta know what works for you.
Yeah.
I was that one kid. This might be some nerdy stuff. I was that one kid in college where it was like, yo, I go to the club. We get back from the club 2:30, 3 o'clock in the morning. All right, I'm about to do my homework now. Class is at 9:30. I'm gonna do my homework now.
Oh shit.
I'm pilled, but yeah, this is the best time for me to do it because beforehand I wasn't.
And it worked out because you graduated in 4 years.
Yeah, I wasn't interested before, so it's like after a couple drinks, you know what I'm saying? It was just like where naturally like now I couldn't do it because you know what I'm saying sleep is just more important to me at this age. But back then. I used to get fueled, like determination was in my spirit.
You sleep when you die, man. Let's not too focused on sleep too much because person that sleeps too much.
Or you could die because you didn't sleep.
Nah, it don't happen.
Good.
It don't happen.
Man.
Who dies because they don't sleep? Nobody does.
We don't know because they wasn't here to tell us.
Nobody dies because they don't sleep.
They wasn't here to tell us that they didn't sleep.
How much sleep do you think Beyonce get?
Probably a lot.
She ain't got nothing popping right now.
She got a nanny. Come on now.
Listen, dog.
She ain't getting
when she got like music getting ready to come out, dog. You think Beyonce sleeping?
Yeah, but how long does that actually take though? Like in a year's time, Beyonce probably knocking all that out in 3-4 months, and then she chilling for the rest of the year.
What about when she go on tour?
Yeah, she falling out. I'm gonna tell you one thing: Michael Jackson killed himself to death because he didn't want to go to sleep and he ended up dying.
No, it's because he was going to sleep.
No. He was taking pain pills and sleeping pills so he could get some sleep because everything was adding up.
That's why I said he wanted to go to sleep.
Right, but he couldn't do it. So when you don't go to sleep, you die.
Shit, no, dog. He took the doctor gave him too much.
I think it was a combination of the medication and the fact that you cannot stay up for 72 hours straight.
I just realized that Michael Jackson did for real.
Today?
That shit crazy as hell.
You figured that out today?
Dog,
That was almost 10 years ago.
I forgot all about that, dog. I knew Michael Jackson dead.
I mean, I know, but
but it's like,
I'll give you that it doesn't seem like 10 years ago, but yeah.
Man, it doesn't, though.
Summer 2009.
But at the same time, man, I can't believe it's Mike. Mike is gone. Mike was a great artist.
Yeah.
Besides, like, all the child allegations of him, molesting the boys.
Okay, well, I got a question for you. I'm gonna let you finish.
Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I'm done.
Said, besides the child and the boys.
I'm done now, dog. Go ahead. Ask the question. Ask the question.
So how do, knowing that we have a certain belief about that, how do you feel about R. Kelly as an artist?
I like Mike better.
No, not comparison, but like, do you hate him based on what we know about him versus what we know about Mike, allegedly?
I don't hate R. Kelly. I mean, I really don't, dude.
It seems like his situation don't stop.
No,
R. Kelly, he keep on getting caught.
He keep on peeing on little girls.
He don't keep on doing that. He got caught with that, but he keep being around young, impressionable women.
He keep on peeing on them, dog.
I don't know if he doing all that.
You like to pee on people, man. That's a weird guy. First of
know
all,
if he like
I
to do
understand why Jay-Z left that little R. Kelly group that they had. So Jay-Z's like, this guy's weird, man. He was peeing on people, dog. I think he peed on Jigga Man's shoes before. I think he put.
Wow, was it the Rockaware Air Force Ones?
It was the S-Dots, dog.
Oh, he did?
I think he peed on his S-Dots.
On camera?
No, man. Like he's sleepwalking.
I was saying, because YouTube wasn't popping back then.
And he peed on inside his S-Dots.
He wasn't sleepwalking.
He was sleepwalking.
He did that shit on purpose.
He's a pee-pee bandit. Man, the shit that I see the R. Kelly be doing
Pied
now,
Piper.
dog. The Pied Piper, dog. And it's so crazy that he named himself the Pied Piper, where the Pied Piper is a folktale where a guy comes into town with a flute.
Yeah.
And he uses his flute to magically get the kids to come with him.
Yeah.
And that's his name, the Pied Piper.
Never to be seen again.
Never to be seen again.
That's how the story ended.
That's crazy as hell.
That is, what's even crazier than that? And this is some semi-nerd stuff. Shout to Hoptronics because it looked like a video game.
Yeah, it does.
There was a thing on The Legend of Zelda back in the day where the Pied Piper came and did that on the game.
Did it really?
Yeah. He came out, played little musical notes, shot in the sky, and several children followed him into the bushes. And that was the end. That was the end of that part of the game.
Okay, that's funny.
Okay, why did that just happen? It had nothing to do with what you were about to do on the game. But
I'm ready to make this beat.
I'm gonna let him hear some beats and try to intimidate him to.
I'm ready to make this beat. No, let's get it.
Oh man! Speaking of beats, we could make this the last topic of the day. Speaking of streaming, we talked about Nipsey Hussle and them not getting paid all that much for the streaming. I've only got paid once from streaming in my life.
I never
And
got
I've
paid
been on
for
streaming services for about 7 years now.
I've been on streaming services for 0 days and never got paid.
I actually got paid more from Netflix than I did from any of these music streaming services. And we're talking about still nothing from there. But Spotify got hit with a $1.6 billion contract lawsuit from multiple publishing companies. Actually, no, not multiple. Wixon Music Publishing. Tom Petty, Neil Young, and the Doors. I think Missy Elliott was somehow one of their clients as well. Pretty much a bunch of unlicensed music has been uploaded to Spotify, getting streamed after stream after stream after stream. I still hadn't figured out how or when or why Spotify accepts some of the music it does. I've been honest about mine. The only time I upload stuff to Spotify is when it's my own. But it's not like YouTube where you just put your stuff up there and you just wait for it to go on there. No. Pay a service to do it for you. But these services don't ask you if you actually own the copyright or the rights to any. No. A lot of them don't.
I know YouTube does it.
Yeah. But that's how I guess this happens. So these publishers want their money for them and the clients. Because a lot of these publishers are taking 50%. So yeah. They want their chips.
Oh, shit.
Hell yeah. $1.6 billion. I mean, come on. Like, say if your publishing check was supposed to be $300,000 and you own 50% of the stake, you want your $150.
Yeah, I would.
Come on now.
And
if it was $300 on my own.
And as an artist, I want my $150 too.
Damn straight. So
Dog.
they got hit with that. The funny thing about that is when this came out, Spotify is no longer on my streaming stick. I don't know.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's like they just took it off there. I don't know if there's a correlation, but it's just funny. I used to be able to stream music from my television with the stick that I'm using, but it's no longer available at this point after this came out. But yeah, man, everybody want their chips, and now they want their chips with dip, meaning interest. Goddammit, because come on, man. I gotta pay the people that's actually putting this art out here. Like, it's not public domain. It's not like you can just run off and get whatever you want to get, start utilizing it and putting it out there. I mean, you gotta ask for permission. Like, and that just, to me, lets me know that people don't respect music as much as I feel they should. Like, music is disrespected in so much of a way.
I think music should be free.
Yeah, and they don't have an explanation as to why.
Yeah, and artists only get paid for doing concerts.
Yeah, but the crazy thing about it is the people that think music should be free aren't the people that go to concerts. If I had to guess.
Maybe not.
Probably not. Y'all don't even want to come to the show. Y'all just want something for free. You like it, you dig it. I'm a proponent of investing in something that you actually feel adds value to your situation. Again, right? We talked about the Viberate coin. Like, was it really adding value or was it viable to your situation?
Viberate.
Whatever. Maybe not. But it has to be something that you actually feel is valuable because you keep streaming it. So why won't you kick out $10?
Dude, I see two of you right now.
You tripping. Hoptronics got him hopping off the wagon. You know?
That's 2 laptops.
Yeah. Because I got money to just buy 2 of them.
You got 4 eyes, bro.
You need some rest. Rest and relaxation. And then we just talked about you gotta sleep. Or you're gonna be somewhere else. Permanently.
True that.
You know what I'm saying? I know Nas said it back in the day, I never sleep, and sleep is the cousin of death. I don't believe that. You gotta sleep, dog. It's like you can't look at this guy. You get the young.
You can overly sleep and be successful, though.
And they say overly sleep, but you can't be up for 72 hours talking about I'm getting it. No, then you're probably not even working as hard as you think you are after probably about 20 hours. You're probably not even really putting in no real work.
Probably not. Unless you take, like, speed.
And then you're probably not even doing it right at that point. You might be up, tapping away. You're not doing what you're doing the right way.
Right is just perspective. You know, what is really right?
Well,
what is really right?
If the question is 2 + 2 = what, and you keep on putting 7, every time, like you wide awake.
That's not the case. It's creative stuff.
You wide awake and you keep pushing 7.
We'll go back to the Ray Charles analogy, dude. You know, the higher he got, the better the music got. And everybody around him knew it. Everybody knew at the same time he was being self-destructive.
But what if
The music was great.
But what if he got super high at, we talking about a 24-hour time span. What if he got high as hell hour 8, but he was still up at hour 16 making music, and the music is getting worse because, bruh, at this point you need to.
It was better at first.
Yeah, but 8 hours later you still making music and it's whack now.
I mean, still trying.
I mean, you need to stop, man.
Still trying.
Any good engineer in audio engineering will tell you that at some point you got to rest your ears. Meaning that if you've been blasting music and trying to get this right, trying to get this down pat for so long, at some point it's not going to sound any better. But you need to stop. Rest your ears. Yeah, man. You good?
Dog, I see two of you, dog.
My dog. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to end it right here. We got some things in the works. I know we say this after every episode, but we really got a good handle on this next situation, next few situations. So we're gonna hit y'all with a little bit of special something at the next episode is coming up. But we appreciate y'all. Please share, subscribe if you haven't, like, repost, retweet, all that. We're trying to take this thing to new heights. I know everybody has a podcast, but so what? It ain't this one. You know what I'm saying? I'm not the most arrogant dude in the world, so sometimes I'll be having to think about stuff like that when I say it. But we appreciate y'all. Love you guys. And we'll see y'all next time. Peace.